I'm going to keep it very, very honest with you. Life is going to suck. It's going to suck. But it's going to suck for you. It's going to suck for a reason. It's not going to suck just because things suck. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. It's sucking for you right now, and it fucking is ripping you apart to make you the person you need to be. If you click on a video like this, I'm telling you right now, it's for a reason. It's not just because the algorithm pushed it. It's not just because it was a random video on your Explore page. No, this was on your feed for a reason. Because this is what you are looking for. This type of conversation, this type of person, this type of community, this type of brotherhood, this type of honesty, this type of mindset, it's what you are looking for. It's you. If you are reading those books, if you are listening to those audios, if you are genuinely trying to become a better human being, you're doing it for a reason. You have a calling to it. And it's not until you understand that it's not just a fluke, it's not just an accident, it's not just an interest, it's a purpose, it's a reason, it's a burning desire. It is God pushing you towards the light side of life. It's the life that you are chosen for. So what I'm about to go over in this video is going to be the exact mindset and framework that changed my life from being a broke, depressed, suicidal kid who did nothing but smoke weed and just fight everybody, to being a productive entrepreneur on the way to 6 figures a month. And it's this small little mindset that I've had since the beginning of my conception that's been instilled in me. And it's not until, and I did so long trying to force myself down the easy kind of rat race average life that I'd never chased it. I spent my whole life literally not being okay with being average, but being okay to give up on the hard work. And it wasn't until I discovered manifestation, right? And as a Christian man, as a man of God, as a man who follows Christ, I was always kind of weirded out by manifestation, right? The crazy crystal rock girl kind of manifestation. I was like, fuck that. It felt like I was going against my God. But in reality, manifestation is believing in God more than you ever would think. It's not about the star signs and like, oh, I'm a Taurus, none of that. It's not like that. Manifestation is speaking to God as if it's already happened. It's understanding that God has a bigger purpose for you. It's about understanding that God has put those thoughts into you, and it's not until you believe it fully that it can happen, it will happen. There's this book called The Secret. I discovered it because of Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor talked a lot about who he was wanting to be before he was that person, and he would speak it as if he was already that person. He wouldn't be like, "Oh, I want to be this. I want to become this. I think I can do this." No, he was saying, "I'm a double champ. I'm the best. I'm the greatest of all time." Arguably, you know what happened if you watch fighting, things went downhill for Conor, but he did remarkable things. From an unremarkable past, with an unremarkable start. He became one of the richest men. He became one of the greatest athletes of all time. And the one thing that got him there was the fact that he was already that person in his head before anyone else saw it. He saw it before it happened. Every punch he landed, he saw before it happened. And it's the same with anything in life. I'm not saying go and be the best fighter of all time. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is whatever you want to do, whoever you want to be, you need to live as though you are that person before you are there. You need to take your journal. Where's my journal? My journal. It's in the car. It's in the car. But there's notes in my journal from 3 years ago when I was working at a mall. And this is around the same time I found manifestation. I found The Secret, that book. And I found out, and I started listening to Conor McGregor, and everything he said about manifestation, I was all in. And it's not just me. Multiple, like some of my friends who can do $75,000 days. Like, it's not just me. There's countless of other people who are successful. And every single successful person, especially in this generation, will tell you manifestation is real. It's real. There's letters that I would write to my future self, telling myself good job for what we've accomplished. And I would write down every single thing that I would do. I would write down all the things I wanted, everything I would do, my business. I would write down my every single thing, to where I would live, to the places I would travel, even to the people I would meet. And I've met those people. I've done those things. I bought that car. And it's the fact that when I was in my 2003 Jeep Cherokee with the fucking floorboards, Jeep Liberty with the floorboard, it was a dark denim blue and the floorboards were rotting out of it. I would tell my 6-year-long girlfriend at the time, I'm going to have this. And then I switched my mindset to, I have this. I am this. And I became that. And over time, I've got that. I used to drive down this one back road, this windy road in my hometown, in my home city. It was a country road, and I used to drive that Jeep like it was an AMG C63S, white, with the white on black interior, with the wood grain, with the stars in the roof, stage 2 tune. And I would drive that Jeep. I would close my eyes and I would hold the steering wheel, and all of a sudden I was in that car. You skip forward 2 years later. The only difference is that girl's not in the car with me. Sucks to say it. But the thing is, it's real. If you believe it. If you believe it and you take the actionable steps to get it done. So what are those actionable steps? Every single morning, I want you to wake up and I want you to write down your purpose and write down all of your goals as if you were already that person. I am. I have. I feel great because I am. And you will become that person over time. It's literally faking it until you make it. If you're like, I was an insecure, quiet kid my entire fucking life. I was this insecure, quiet kid. Couldn't talk to women, couldn't talk to people, I couldn't sell, I couldn't do any of this. Now I'm the best salesman on the fucking planet. And here's the thing. I got there. I got to the position I'm in now by fucking faking it. By listening to confident people. Listening to confident musicians, listening to confident salespeople, listening to people who were in the position I wanted to be in, and I would act and become. I would act like those people, like I was playing a fucking role in a movie. And over time, I stopped acting, and I bonded my personality and myself with those dream characteristics that I wanted. Guys like Jack Harlow, Matthew McConaughey, Mac Miller I really liked because he had that like kind of calm swag to him. You know, guys like that. The Wolf of fucking Wall Street. Like all those guys like Jordan Belfort, like Daniel G, Alex Hormozy. All those guys that were the people that I was like, I want to become like that. Didn't matter what their characteristics were. They all had different characteristics. But I took the ones that I wanted and started acting like that in the situations that I needed to act like that. It's the superhero effect. I've been saying this for 2 years now. There's a video on my Instagram from 2 years ago of me literally talking about the superhero effect. That dude, everybody has a persona. Clark Kent becomes Superman. Peter Parker becomes Spider-Man. So who are you going to become? And have that person in the back of your head, and you will become that person when the timing is right. And it's not until you do that, like, that you become it. But you have to be so into the character that it just becomes you. Do you know the story of Heath Ledger? Heath Ledger, he played the Joker. Rest in peace. He got in a bad mental spot from playing the character. But he was what they call a method actor, and he wanted to do the role so fucking well that every single day he would wake up and he wouldn't be Heath Ledger. He was the Joker, and he literally became insane. And that's a dark version of the story. But you have to understand that the brain is so powerful, and the brain makes you what it thinks it is. So take control of your thoughts, take control of your brain, and become the person you want to be. Fake it until you make it. If there's somebody that you aspire to be like, start acting like them. What would they do? What would they say? How would they act in this situation? And you will become that person over time. And all of a sudden, you're living the life you want to live because you did those two things. You knew what you wanted. You acted as though you already had it. You knew who you wanted to become and the person you needed to become to achieve those things. And you acted like it, so you became it. If you can believe it, and you can dream it, and you can see it, and you have the balls to speak it, it will happen. That was a Conor McGregor quote. Maybe not word for word, but that was the quote that changed my life. I walked around like I was the champion of the fucking world for years. When I was this insecure kid, there was a switch. Everyone saw it. There's a switch in me. And I became that person overnight. I instantly became that person because I was sick of being mediocre. And there comes a day in every young man's life where you could be fucking 18, you could be 30, it doesn't matter. But there comes a day in every young man's life where they become sick of being mediocre. But in that moment, what are you going to do? Are you going to be sick of it and lay in bed and be like, oh, fuck, I'll get over it? And you'll still be mediocre. Are you going to be sick of being mediocre and make the fucking change today to be the best version of yourself today? Achieve the goals you've always wanted to achieve. Go talk to that girl. Go get that fucking dream car. Retire your parents. Buy that house. But the vision needs to burn. You need to see it. You need to be able to close your eyes. You need to be able to see what you're dreaming of while your eyes are open. Like I was in that Jeep. I'd be able to close my eyes for a second, take a deep breath in, and now all of a sudden, that steering wheel on that Jeep had Alcantara fucking leather on it. I could hear the exhaust. I could feel the AC on my face from it. I could see the stars in the roof. I closed my eyes again 2 years later, I'm in that car. I do the same thing this day. I do this exact same thing with a 720S. And guess what? I'll probably make the same video a year from now. I'll have the 720S. Cherry red. White interior. Alcantara steering wheel. Red seatbelts. The paint's going to have little glossy chips in it. It's going to have a little gloss to it. The doors are going to go up. I'll have a cute little blonde girl in the passenger seat. Who knows? But I'm crazy enough to dream it. And I'm crazy enough to see it. I'm crazy enough to speak it. So it will happen. My name is Andrew Wilkes. And follow for more. Because it's not just my journey of becoming an entrepreneur, but it's yours. And I want to be real because this is not an easy journey. This is not an easy path. This is the hard path. If it was easy, every single person would have that Lambo. Every single person would have that Rollie. Every single person would have that AP. Every single person would be living the life they want to live, but it's not easy. And it's easy to give up. Giving up's the easiest thing you can do. It really is. But I'm telling you, man, the pain of getting it done is way easier than the pain of the regret of never moving. And if you don't move forward, you have to think about it like an icy hill. If you're not moving forward, there's no staying still. It's moving forward or sliding down that hill and going further and further till all of a sudden you're that 45-year-old who's still working the same old job and hasn't made a switch in his life. Because that switch in your life all starts with the switch in the brain. The switch in the brain to understand that your routine matters. What you say to yourself matters. What you say to yourself is who you become. What you tell yourself that you are is who you become. So don't take this with a grain of salt. Don't pass on this video. Don't watch this video and just move on the next day. Watch this video and go get yourself a journal. Write down your affirmations. Write down the things that you want and speak, and write them down as if they are real, and then read them 10 times every single morning. Read the book Think and Grow Rich. It's real and it works. My name's Andrew Wilkes. Like and subscribe. We're going to be doing a lot more of these because I want to impact this younger generation. I want to impact the younger entrepreneurs. I want to impact the men who want to do more with their life and don't know what to do. Because, to be honest, I had nobody when I started this. Online, I didn't agree with many people because it was all fluffy. It was all bullshit. I want to give you guys the real side of this. Okay, so that being said, I love you, God loves you, and go achieve that dream life. But it starts in here. Peace.